Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No wonder. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones. He's got his 6'5" receiver, that's Tim Patrick. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Now Jones. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Throwing Jones. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Looking to throw again on second down. Jones. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll look to throw again. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
And a big-time mess on the return. He's out of bounds. He won't even get this back to the 5-yard line. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former 4th-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
Back near his goal line, it's Prescott. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Now a handoff up the middle. Ali. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Steps away to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The kick by Lutz is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And that flag accepted. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Off the play fake. Jones. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal. A toss left side for Carter. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the...
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Michael Carter with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it was Michael Carter who finished it all off with a touchdown run. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Pollard going to try the right side. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. On 1st down, Jones uncorks one for Davis. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. He finds Corey Davis. And some space here. He's got room past the 30 and way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left-sided, it's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 43.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Broncos.
A give up the middle to Carter. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Jones. On the slant, he's got Davis. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 26. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. Jones on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Damone Clark fought his way through and buried him behind the line. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back. The defense, they're blitzing here. Jones, out route complete to Dulcich. Touchdown Broncos. Greg Dulcich, his 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. A 10-play drive that time. And a Greg Dulcich touchdown reception finished that drive off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Prescott to throw it. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. But Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Touchdown! A great play there. 30 yards. And the Cowboys are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Denver's offense now set to go. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
When you run into slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones, he'll get this one to Patrick. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 39. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Meanwhile, Jones' throw caught here by Dulcich. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Throw right side complete to Carter. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Bradley. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. Now Prescott. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%, only because it's up some tough games to come. And keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
Pollard is in. Touchdown, Dallas. So, partner, is a passing game that drove him down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took him home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what?
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Micah Parsons in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season.
But, partner, we know they came out awkward and down on the scoreboard, but I would guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb at wide receiver as he brings out this offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that,
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Here's Prescott. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. From 17 yards out. And the Cowboys have scored again in this third quarter. This time to move out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So the Broncos coming out now. They had that lead that is now gone. It is completely gone. How does that affect the psyche? Or am I reading into that too much? They should be okay still?
No, you're not reading into it too much at all. You've got to wonder what the psyche is of the team, because once you build up a lead and things are rolling pretty well, you don't expect it to change. And for it to change this dramatically, and now they're the team doing the chasing, yeah, you want to check out where they are mentally and whether or not they have it in them to come back. We'll soon find out.
Yeah, they're on their heels a bit right now. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Jones now. They're bringing a blitz. And that is incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. Fielded just inside the 30. There he goes, right side. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 71-yard punt return. And the Cowboys get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. no secret. That's why they have him return punts. He has the capability to take them back, and he did so there. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. Their lead, they have seen it evaporate completely after such a good first half. They've been shut down here in the third quarter.
Searching for answers, trying to figure out what it's going to take to get back to where they were before. The big part of it is that sometimes you don't have to go exotic now. You go back to basics. Being able to run the football, string some things together, some effective passes, try and get a rhythm established again, and try and get back in the lead.
Back in the lead, like you said, back to the basics. They were looking for Marshall that time, and it'll bring up third down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Here's Jones on third down. He finds his man, complete. It's Ali. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is taken at the 18. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And they will take over first and 10. Dallas offense set for this next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack onto their lead as we get set for the fourth. Prescott off play action. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And this is taken in at the 5. A big play here for Dallas. 45 yards. He's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Tony Pollard, his 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Looking to throw. Jones. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so, they're going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jones. Over the middle, complete. That's Davis. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. In trouble, and he's taken down. Micah Parsons able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Jones, he'll get that one to Carter complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. This offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. Finds Dulcich out left side. Touchdown, Broncos. Greg Dulcich with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are going to be moving on to 12-0 as they extend their lead further. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. 1 play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Denver's offense ready to go again. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a 1st down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now Jones. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Looking to throw. Jones. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. throwing, Jones. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped.
Offside, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now after the offsides penalty. Back to throw. Jones. Throw left side complete. That's Washington. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 17-yard line. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. Throwing here, Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Off the play fake, Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Pat Surtain. Well, this has been a bit of a tough game to figure out when it comes to him throwing the football. He's got the 3 touchdown passes, but now, Charles, this is a 3rd interception.
And those aren't really numbers that you'd like to see balance out. In a normal ledger sheet, if you can balance everything, you feel good about your day. But as a quarterback, you need your ratio to be more like 3 touchdown passes to 1 interception.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Throw to the right, caught by Dulcich. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules. So trying to get it to 10 yards, timing up perfectly, that's tough enough to begin with. But when you go ahead and grab it before it goes, you got no shot then.
Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. Well, Prescott here to throw. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Dallas, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants.
blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like big pitch came to Jonah. Yeah, I'm still independent, ain't sold 1 million records. Yeah, used to be on my checklist. Big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Gang time in it. I don't follow trends.